Oh man, guys, you know, I never thought I'd say this, but it is so good to see more than one page of cats in Wyvernclan. I've actually kind of missed this. Hello everybody, Salty Sweet Ren here, and welcome back to more of LifeGen, where we are returning to our original clan from ClanGen, Wyvernclan, generations into the future, following the life of one of our cats, Coppermeadow, a long in the future descendant of Copperstar herself, the founder of Wyvernclan, who is kind of starting to wonder if maybe it was being a warrior really the right path, because they keep spending time in the medicine den. They keep trying to figure out they're a warrior now, but she's also been kind of constantly speaking to the medicine cat, constantly kind of wondering, getting glimpses of what her life could have been if she had chosen to be a medicine cat instead. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have her become a medicine cat quite yet, but it's interesting to see where her thoughts are taking her. We also, last episode, saw the return of Wildshade, who a lot of you guys agreed is if Coppermeadow actually apparently does have a crush on some cat, and if it's any cat, it's probably Wildshade. Wildshade is a very handsome cat after all, let's be real. Coppermeadow also only recently became a warrior alongside her sister Hawkhowl, Hawkhowl right here, who is watching over the kits, and there's a lot of kits. We had a ton of kits in the clan, look at them all. They're all so little. There's one who seems to be very sick up on top of this rock up here. But man, I've been kind of feeling a little worried about the state of the clan, considering that we had just warriors and elders with no kits being born. We weren't getting any new cats until we finally did, and most of our warriors were actually elders. Which, speaking of which, I am kind of wondering how apprenticeship is going to work with this many kits. I hope that apprenticeship will turn out okay, but do we have enough warriors to train all of them? We probably do, but we'll just have to keep a lookout. I'm pretty sure Coppermeadow is going to wind up with an apprentice at some point too, as a result. But I am curious to know, if we're going to start talking to the medicine cat some more. I am curious to know how all of that is going to work out. But I am actually about ready to jump into this episode, I think. But before I do, guys, I really do appreciate the support you guys have been showing to this series. And if you guys want to continue to support the channel, please do be sure to hit the like button, leave a comment down below, and if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing and maybe turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any episodes when they come out. But disregarding all that though, let's go ahead and jump in to the next moon, shall we? We are now 15 moons old. Surrounded by the clan, you watch as Goldstar calls Sandypaw to the center. The young cat steps forward, their tail held high. When your name is announced as Sandypaw's mentor, your heart skips a beat. Suddenly, all eyes are on you. Swallowing your surprise, you step forward, bowing your head in acceptance of the role. When you press your nose to Sandypaw's, a silent promise passes between you. To guide them, to protect them, and to prepare them for their path ahead. I think Sandypaw is that one kid that we kept, that we had that bond with. I think Sandypaw is that one kid that, I was oh, what if we got Sandypaw as an apprentice? Haha, that probably won't happen because we're so new to being a warrior. I think that's what it was. Sandypaw, I'm actually super happy about this. Meanwhile, Mousepaw has decided that hunting and fighting is not the way they want to provide for their clan. Instead, they have chosen to serve their clan by healing and communing with StarClan. Longcinder proudly becomes their mentor. Aww. Nightingalepaw has also become an apprentice. And as their mentor is about to be chosen, Falconpaw interrupts and announces that they want their mentor to be Goldstar. They stride forward with confidence to touch noses of Goldstar when it's allowed. Oh my goodness, Falconpaw is being trained by the leader. Okay, good for you. Meanwhile, in other clans, we're in war against Dusk Clan? What's happening? Goldstar declares war. What happened? How did we get into war against Dusk Clan? I mean, we've always kind of been in conflict against Dusk Clan. Like, it's like going back to the old Wyvernclan series. Yeah, like we did not get along with Dusk Clan back then. But man, okay. Wyvernclan does not have enough healthy medicine cats. Oh dear. But we do have 2 medicine cats now, though, so hopefully that'll help. Rain Dust came out worse for wear, yes. Goldstar sheepishly peeks into the nursery to see their litter of 2 kits. Echo Wisp seems surprised but not unhappy to see them there and welcomes them with a purr. Goldstar and Echo Wisp, okay. Sandy Kit's headache is gone. Falcon Paw found a patch of flowering catmint. No one else is around, so they bend down, take a big bite. Ouch, a bee! They come home with a swollen face. Falcon Paw, please be careful. Freeze Kit has gotten fleas, and as the herb stores are inspected by medicine cats, it's noticed that some of the wild garlic went bad. They'll have to be replaced. Okay, I hope that this is all going to be good. At least we're feeling okay for now, I think. Goldstar lost a life while fighting off a rogue. At least it's not in the battle against Dusk Clan, but geez, what happened with Dusk Clan this time? I really don't know. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that during border patrols and stuff. Goldstar, yeah, we already know there's 2 kits. Meanwhile, relationships specifically regarding us. Coppermeadow is sharpening their claws near Tractor. Okay. And Frostkit saw Coppermeadow being considerate. Okay. Let's chat with them in a moment then, shall we? Tractor is daydreaming. Tractor, how are things going? You know what I miss most about being a kit? The boundless curiosity, the joy in simple things. As a warrior, it's easy to get caught up in duties and worries. We often forget to take a moment to just enjoy the forest. A ray of sunshine through the leaves, the taste of fresh prey, the quiet lullaby of the stream. There's beauty in these simple things. Being a warrior doesn't mean losing that joy, that wonder. It just means learning to see it in a new light. Remember to pause, to breathe, to take in the world around you. That's just as much a part of being a warrior as fighting and hunting. So this kind of could, like, be something Coppermeadow is going to take to heart a little bit. Kind of, like, we have been wondering if, like, the fighting and hunt, like, the whole warrior thing is really what we want. But it's not, being a warrior is not just about the fighting and hunting. Like, that is a whole thing. Like, just take time to just observe and absorb the world around you. Just take it all in. Just... That is something that I think, like, we've been pushing ourselves. Coppermeadow's been pushing herself to, like, try and be, like, the best warrior. But Tractor here is like, okay, you don't necessarily have to do that. Just take some time. Just meditate out there, I guess, if that's what you want to do. Just take in the forest. There's more than just the hunting and fighting to being a warrior. And honestly, from Tractor, it's pretty good, considering Tractor used to be a loner. I am totally losing my words today. Oh, dear. But yeah, it's very nice to hear that. And meanwhile, the other person that we were going to talk to was Frostkit. Hey, Frostkit, let's chat with you, shall we?
Have you ever wondered what's outside the territory? Like, really far away, where no clan cat has ever been? I bet it's full of exciting things, like giant trees and weird creatures, and maybe even monsters. I know. The warrior code says we should stick to our territory, but it's fun to imagine, isn't it? Someday, when I'm a warrior, maybe I'll explore those unknown places. But for now, I'll just dream about it.
Oh, okay, little Frostkit. Frostkit is just so cute, too. Look at you. I really do love the way that these kits look. Also, let's speak to our apprentice now, shall we? Sandypaw? Doesn't think that they've been performing up to their mentor standards lately. Oh, Sandypaw, you've literally just begun. Don't worry. Let's chat with you.
Greenleaf is amazing, isn't it? The forest is in full bloom and there's prey at every paw step. It's like StarClan has opened up the skies and poured life onto the earth. But it's not just about the plenty of food. It's the feeling of the sun on your fur, the warm ground beneath your paws, and the endless green that stretches as far as the eye can see. It's like the whole forest is singing. But the sun can be really hot sometimes, too. The thirst. Sometimes I feel like I could drink the whole river and still be thirsty. Oh dear. We'll take care of that, don't worry. Well, I guess every season has its ups and downs.
Yeah, every season does have its ups and downs. We will hopefully get you to a river and get a good drink, so don't worry. Had to get a drink of water myself, actually. Doing some of the voices of the younger cats is not good for my throat. How's Hawkowl doing? Oh, you have an apprentice too! Hawkowl, you have an apprentice in Nightingale Paw. How's that going?
There's something about dawn patrols. The chill in the air, the dew on the leaves, the way the forest slowly comes to life. It's quiet, peaceful. You can almost forget about the danger, the battles. It's just you and the forest. Some cats prefer the heat of the day, the thrill of the hunt, but give me a quiet dawn patrol any day.
Yeah, I guess it's just like really hot out lately.
It's a moment of calm before the storm, a time to reflect and prepare for the day ahead.
Yeah, just gotta be careful with everything that's going on, really. Let's actually check on Dad. Where's Raindusk? Hey, how are you doing? I know you got injured. A hunting patrol is not just about catching prey. It's about listening to the forest, understanding it, becoming a part of it. Every rustle of leaves, every whisper of the wind, every scent is a message. And to be a good hunter, you need to learn this language. You don't just use your claws and teeth in the hunt, but your ears, your nose, your eyes, and most importantly, your instincts. Patience is a virtue in hunting. You can't rush nature. You must blend in, wait for the perfect moment, and then strike. Next time you go on a hunting patrol, try to feel the forest, understand its rhythms, become one with it. It'll make you a better hunter. Okay, I was hoping that, hoping to make sure you're okay, but I guess you're well enough to be giving us hunting advice. And, like, this... honestly, there's something about the whole, like, becoming one with the forest thing that kind of goes along with, like, the whole, like, let's enjoy, like, the calmer part of life and, like, meditate in the forest stuff. So I think Coppermeadow is going to be taking a lot of that to heart. I don't think that's what Raindusk necessarily meant, but I think Coppermeadow is going to just be, like, spending a lot of time in the forest, really. Let's also chat with Wildshade, because I would like to, and Wildshade is eavesdropping on Falcon Kid. Okay, sure. Wildshade, how are things going with you?
Ah, the seasons. Each one holds a charm of its own, don't you think? Leafbear has a quiet beauty to it. The snow blanketing the forest, the peace of the long nights. It's a time for stories by the fire and huddled warmth in the den.
Stories by the fire? Did you, like, end up, like, in Two Lake Place? Wound up meeting some kitty pets by a fireplace or something?
The hunting may be harder, but it brings us closer as a clan, makes us stronger. New Leaf is a time of rebirth. The snow melts, the prey returns, and the forest comes alive. There's nothing quite like the smell of fresh green leaf in the morning, or the sight of the first buds on the trees. It's a promise of new beginnings, a fresh start. Greenleaf is a season of abundance. The days are long and warm, the prey is plentiful, and the forest is in full bloom. The trees are bright of green, and the air hums with life. It's a time for long patrols and leisurely sunning. And Leafall. Leafall just might be my favorite. The forest is ablaze with color, the air crisp and cool. It's a time of harvest, a reminder to appreciate what we have. And the rustling of dry leaves under paw, there's no other feeling quite like it. But no matter the season, remember this. We are warriors. We adapt, we survive, we thrive. Each season presents its own challenges, its own rewards, and through it all, we remain strong together. So tell me, what's your favorite season? My favorite season? Or Coppermeadow's? I think Coppermeadow's might actually be spring, which is kind of like like a complement to autumn, to fall. So I guess New Leaf and then Leaf Fall, they kind of complement each other just in a way. Personally, both of them give me horrible allergies, but I mean, it's fine. I kind of want to try flirting with him a little bit too. A lot of you guys did say like would be interesting. I am saying that he is the cat that Coppermeadow has a crush on. So why not? I'm gonna give a little bit of a flirt. Obviously. I don't know what that obviously is, but okay, sure. I don't know if that means it was a successful flirt or a not successful flirt, but okay. Why don't we do some patrol? Oh, there's... Hello. Okay, we can add Wildshade to... I think this is like a date patrol up here. We could go on a date, I think. Why not? Let's do this. Or just like a sort of flirtatious patrol. We can flirt. Let's try.
You and Wildshade take a walk through the forest at night, the soft croaking of frogs seeming to ring out to the beat of your paw steps. You spot a long field of grass, and you remember something someone taught you when you were just a kid. You turn to Wildshade, wanting to ask them something. Hey, Wildshade, can we talk? You ask if they'd like to run through the field. Confused, they agree, and gasp once they do. Fireflies flew out of the long grass, swirling around the two of you like a spiral of lights. However, the only light that catches your eye is the joy in theirs. Oh my gosh, that is just such a cute image. Oh my gosh, that is adorable, actually. I can just imagine that, like, just in my head. I'm just seeing, like, the swirling fireflies as, like, Wildshade, who has only been, like, back in the clan for a little while, is just, like, being welcomed back with, like, all these fireflies swirling around. Just, that is great. And we can also do our personal patrol. Oh, no. No, we can't. Let's go on patrol, then. Or, no, the only one is the date patrol. Never mind. We already did a patrol. We'll see how everything else works out today. Luckily, nothing happened along the border. Everybody seems to be fine. There's a lot of elders and injured cats are over here in the warrior's den instead of anywhere else, apparently. Oh dear. And I love how the kids just like to climb on all the rocks everywhere. It's actually super adorable. But anyways, let's move on to the next moon, shall we? Coppermeadow's gotten a stomach ache, oh no! You stand guard for the night, your gaze steady on the forest's edge. It's quiet. Too quiet. You share a haunting tale with the apprentices. Okay. Maybe like the haunting tale is about what happened that night. It's quiet, it's too quiet, and it just makes us like think of like kind of horror story or something. We share a haunting tale with the apprentices, maybe about like a bloodthirsty ghost of a warrior from ages long past who tried to take the clan from themselves, from Copperstar. You can recognize her in the shadows. You might be able to see a glint of her mismatched eyes. Her name was Volshade, and etc., etc. I kind of like the idea that Volshade has become like a ghost story among the cats. I just love that idea. And a terrifying Thunderpath incident leaves you rattled. You take a moment to catch your breath. Despite your fear, you return home safely. Okay. At least we're safe. That's the important thing, is that we're safe. The war with Dust Clans began to disrupt the daily lives of Wyvernclan, forcing them to adapt to new routines and living situations in order to better defend themselves. Oh dear. This is gonna get to be troublesome. Hawkowl! Okay, first, we wish the war with Dust Clan would end, yeah, obviously, and the brutal battle against Dust Clan leaves Hawkowl injured. That's our sister! Hawkowl, please! Mooncake finally feels back to normal after strain of birthing a litter. The brutal battle, yes, that we've learned about that. Frostkit's running nose is gone, but Lilykit has gotten heat exhaustion. Oh, Lilykit! I mean, at least we have enough medicine cats now, apparently, but still. In the throes of battle, in the chaos of battle, in the throes of war, it's nearly impossible to tell friend from foe. Blinded by blood, Hornet accidentally kills Goldstar. Goldstar lost a life. What? Holy crap! What happened there? Just like blood dripping into your eyes, you get like bumped into by another cat, lash out, sink your teeth in, and it's Goldstar. I can't imagine that everybody is going to take that well. We might not even take that well. That is, things are really starting to kick off. Oh boy. Coppermeadow is surprised by Lavender Spots being thoughtful. That's good. But Icy Kid had a disagreement with us about something or other, and it's a low negative effect. Oh dear. Well, let's start off Lavender Spots. We'll have a chat with you. The role of a mediator. It's not an easy one, you know. I often find myself caught between disagreements, trying to find a resolution that suits all parties. It's a delicate balance. I constantly question myself. Am I being fair? Am I favoring one side over the other? Am I truly helping to resolve conflicts, or am I just stirring the pot more? I think that I've actually read this entire thing before, come to think of it. Each decision I make can ripple through the... Yeah, I think that this is literally the same thing. Yeah, it's about keeping the peace, building bridges. Yes, I've literally read this before. Yeah, the mediators need some more stuff to say. I know there's going to be an update eventually that adds a lot more text to the game. So, can't wait to see how that turns out. But then, meanwhile, Icy Kit, if we're not getting along, we'll do a little insult.
Hey, that's not nice! I may be small, but I'm gonna be a big, strong warrior someday! You'll see! Just because I'm a kid doesn't mean you can talk to me like that! You hurt my feelings. That was a nice thing to say. Why would you say something like that anyway? Is it how older cats talk to kids?
I'm sorry, Icy Kid. You're the one... I don't know. I'm just kind of going along with what it says in relationships when I do this. That's the thing. I'm just playing along with what's happening.
I'm telling my mother on you. She won't like when she hears what you said.
Sorry, Icy Kid. I was just going along with what... Oh, with what we said, with what it said here. We had a disagreement about something or other. I'm sorry. I do want to check on Hawkhowl though. I am worried about you. I thought I smelled a fox out there the other day. Hopefully it won't get too close to the camp. Did I actually see it? Well, no, but we can't be too careful, right? Yeah, I guess we can't, but I really hope you're okay, Hawkhowl. Please be okay. We did chat with the apprentices, it said, so why not Mousepaw? Let's chat with you. Sometimes I can't help but wonder, should I have been a warrior apprentice instead? I watch them practice their battle moves, work together on patrols, share stories of their exploits, and I can't help but feel a pang of something. Don't get me wrong, I love being a medicine cat apprentice. The satisfaction of healing a wound, the peace that comes from knowing the herbs, the sense of purpose, it's all incredibly fulfilling. But there are days when I can't help but question my path. I've always been fascinated by the tales of brave warriors, their heroism, their courage. Watching them in action, I sometimes imagine myself among them, my fur bristling in the wind, my claws sharp and ready. And yet, I know that the life of a warrior isn't all glory and honor. It's a life of hardship and of endless battles, of constant vigilance. I know that, but the what-ifs, they linger. It's a strange mix of feelings. Contentment with my path, curiosity about another. I'm not sure what to make of it, but I suppose, for now, all I can do is trust in StarClan and continue to learn and grow where I am. I wonder if this is because of the ongoing war, that, like, you're, like, seeing everybody coming in, like, with injuries and, like, talking about, like, the ongoing battles, and you're starting to get a little bit curious. Like, there's, like, that tension in the air that you can feel, and you just feel like you need to be doing something. That could be it. That could be what's going on with Mousepaw, I feel. But also, it's kind of funny, because this is kind of, like, the same thing with us. Like, we're eavesdropping on Goldstar. But, like, Coppermeadow, she's been, like, wondering, like, should I have been Medicine Cat instead? She's been trying to, like, embrace, like being in the forest more, which could have been, like, some of what the Firefly thing was about as well. But at the same time, there's a lot just going on. Speaking of, where is Goldstar anyway? Are you? Yep, there you are. We started to find themselves in Silverpelt for a moment. Did they lose life? Yeah, he's got 7 lives. How are you feeling? Ready for patrol, brave warrior? Your skills and courage protect our borders. You're not just a warrior, but a role model for our younger clan members. I'm grateful for your service. Your dedication makes our clan strong. Remember, a great warrior wins not because they are strong, but because they are clever. Your courage inspires us all. Keep making the clan proud. Right, I'll do my best. And let's talk to one of the other apprentices. Nightingale Paw is reenacting the move they saw Raindusk do?
I've been meaning to talk to you, actually. It's about my final assessment. It's coming up soon and, well, I'm a little nervous, to be honest.
I mean, your final assessment isn't for a little while off. You've only been an apprentice for a moon now?
I mean, I've been training hard and I feel like I've learned a lot, but this is the big test, right? It's not just about whether I can catch a mouse or fight off an intruder. It's about whether I'm ready to be a warrior. Did you feel like this before your assessment? Did you worry that you might not make it? That you might let down the clan, your mentor, yourself? I mean, to be fair, you've still got a long way to wait. Like, you shouldn't be worrying about your big assessment, your final assessment quite yet. You've still got a few moons to go, I think. But yeah, I do think that this is something that's been kind of
worrying Coppermeadow quite a bit.
I guess what I'm asking is, do you have any advice for me? Any words of wisdom to help me through? Anyway, thanks for listening. I appreciate it. I'll do my best. I promise. I won't let the clan down.
I do think that Coppermeadow would try and help Nightingale Paw with that. Is this something that's been bugging Sandy Paw as well? Where is Sandy Paw, actually? No, that's Nightingale Paw. Where's Sandy Paw? Oh my gosh, they're side by side. They look identical. Sandy Paw?
Do you ever wonder what it's like up there? In StarClan, I mean. There must be loads of cats up there. Do you think that they get any peace? Do they have camps? What about borders? I know they're usually said to be rather free-going and all, but I just sort of wonder, how do they manage it? I can barely handle just staying in the apprentice's den since my den mates are chattering on all the time. However they do it, they must be really patient and strong to handle all that chattering.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, at least you actually have chattering. I think Hawkhowl tried talking to us about this when we were apprentices, and I was like, I'm sorry if I'm too talkative. Wildshade, how are you doing? I've heard that a million times, but thanks anyways. I'm kind of trying to flirt, but at the same time, the life of a warrior is a path of service. We serve our clan, our family, our community. But in serving others, we don't just help them, we grow ourselves. Through service, we learn about responsibility, empathy, sacrifice. We become better, stronger, wiser. So serve with an open heart, with dedication. It's not a burden, but a privilege. Remember, it's in giving what we receive. Yeah, I guess we'll do our best too, Wildshade. I'm really not sure what you were trying to say right there for a moment, but okay. It kind of all went over my head. I think today, instead of doing a solo patrol, let's go ahead, send Coppermeadow with our apprentice. Let's take Wildshade too. And one other warrior, I think. Cricket Leaf. And we're all gonna go on a border patrol and see how this goes. Cricket Leaf sees 2 kids from Seed Clan playing close to the border. Oh, Seed Clan. Okay, so we don't have to worry about the border. Okay, about Dusk Clan. Cricket Leaf orders the patrol accept Sandy Paw back to camp. Cricket Leaf and Sandy Paw grab the kids by their scruffs, despite their protests, and on their journey to Seed Clan, they are greeted by a concerned patrol that is very happy and grateful to see the kids safe, thanking them profusely. Relations with Seed Clan have improved. Okay. So anyways, I guess that means that us and Wildshade didn't go off on that, but okay. That's fine. And with that, I think that wraps up this episode as well. We are trying to figure out what we want to do still. I think we're starting to like embrace the path of warrior a little bit more, but we're starting to get a little bit tense from like the constant battles that are happening. There's this tension with Dusk Clan that's finally kind of broken. And I mean, we're trying to flirt with Wildshade. I don't know if it's going well. How is it going on our end, actually? I'd like to see. Wildshade, we have some romantic like there. That's good. Just for our sake, just so we can see. Oh, you do have some romantic like towards us too. Okay, so that's good. That's good for us. But yeah, oh boy. I am curious to know how things are gonna go. There's some apprentices. Some of these younger kits are probably gonna become apprentices very soon. Frost kits probably next episode, along with Freeze kit. Frost Kit and Freeze Kit have their parent Fruit Town. I'm always gonna laugh at that. Oh, you're flea ridden. Oh dear. Lily Kit's also got some stuff going on. So many kits now. I didn't actually take a look at the newest kits. That's right. There's 2 new kits. Icy Kit, whose parents are Echo Wisp and Gold Star, and Flail Kit, who doesn't always understand why they're left out. But look at these 2. We didn't even see these kits yet. Now we can finally take a look at them. They are very cute, honestly. But yeah. And you want to follow the Medicine Cat everywhere. Maybe you'll also become a Medicine Cat. Who knows, Archkit? You have some very pretty eyes, too, by the way. But anyways, I think I'm going to wrap things up here. So guys, thank you all so much for watching this episode of LifeGen. If you enjoyed, please do be sure to hit the like button, leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys in the future episodes. So stay safe out there, everybody.